To a duck hunter, everybody knows that Louisiana shoots more ducks every year than any other state.
There's a single coming. Thank you. Good shot.
Every species. It's a wintering area. It reminds me a lot of the big marshes of California.
You never knew what was going to come in next.
There's two pintail. You take the back one, I'll take the front one. Swinging through, swinging through. Right there. Let's go.
Nice.
Oh
yeah.
Right.
That's awesome, man.
Every day in the blind is a great day, and this was no exception to that.
It's the big marshes of the Bayou State with their cornucopia of ducks that call host Steve Farris to Hackberry, Louisiana on this Winchester Legends.
Louisiana, known for food, known for Mardi Gras. I've been on a float in Mardi Gras, and I can tell you I'd rather hunt ducks.
Thank you. Good shot.
Yeah, good shot.
To a duck hunter, everybody knows that Louisiana shoots more ducks every year than any other state. Cameron Parish shoots more ducks than the entire Atlantic Flyway every year. It is sportsman's paradise. I think it says on the license plate, and there's big reasons for that.
Truly a sportsman's paradise, into whose marshes every fall funnels the southward flowing flood tide of waterfowl from the Mississippi Flyway. Steve Farris's talent as a master rock guitarist has carried him to many places in the world, but none he's enjoyed more than all the places he's traveled to hunt.
You know, the fortunes of my life are many, one of which is that I'm privileged enough to be able to go around, travel around, and be able to hunt different places. You know, to get a good look at a place like Cameron Parish, Louisiana, to be able to come to Hackberry Lodge is even more of a plus.
Besides Farris's regular hunting destinations, from his native Nebraska to California, Africa, and South America, Hackberry's big marshes are a special experience.
I've always said if I could have something else that's missing in my life, it would be a big marsh. It's a different style of hunting. You get on the big open water and you get diverse species, and they all hunt different. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful experience to be down here, see how they do things here and be a part of it.
Joining Steve is Winchester's Brad Criner. He and Farris have shared many a blind before, but for Criner, this is his first venture into the Louisiana marshes.
I'm really looking forward to seeing my good friend Steve Farris again. I got the opportunity to hunt with him a couple years ago in Stuttgart at Green Tree.
Keep that duck. Oh, yes!
Steve is a phenomenal sportsman. He's very knowledgeable of ducks and knows a lot of history in the background, and I always learn a lot and have a lot of fun when I'm hunting with Steve.
It's 0 Duck 30, and Steve and Brad meet up with Hackberry guide Bobby Stansel, who explains what makes this such a mecca for birds and hunters.
First morning meeting Bobby, right away you felt like you were in good hands. Great guy, great vibe, great personality.
Cameron Parish, which is one of the largest parishes here in Louisiana, most populated with ducks. They have a lot of area to rest and feed, so we draw a lot of hunters in this area. What they were saying about the ducks being down this year is true. We are seeing lots of them. The drought up in the Midwest has really pushed them down. And the reason I think we get so many different birds is there's plenty of food, there's plenty of habitat for them, and instead of making that journey across down to Mexico, a lot of them just stay right here.
There's every species. It's a wintering area. It reminds me a lot of the big marshes of California. Big open areas, lots of birds, lots of different kinds of birds.
The majority of what we'll see, a lot of gadwall, good number of pintail, wigeon, teal, shovelers, just all the above.
Very good, man. I'm looking forward to it. What's next?
Let's hit the road.
Good man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
The early bird catches the worm, so hunters and guide head to the blind to be set up well before first light breaks.
Looks like duck hunting to me, and it smells like it too, by the way. Doesn't it? I love that smell. Some people wouldn't like that smell. Not duck hunters.
We are 2 minutes till shooting time, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna use 12 o'clock straight off the front. You got 3 on your side, 6 off the back, I got 9 over here. Most of the birds are gonna be coming from 10 to 2. Let's get loaded up.
Okay.
You never knew what was going to come in next.
I got it.
That rocked him.
Whenever you're ready.
I was a little behind that first shot, but I caught up to him.
They're screaming.
Steve Farris, Winchester's Brad Criner, and Hackberry, Louisiana guide Bobby Stansel are set up at dawn to reap the harvest of the big waterfowl marshes.
Here we go, coming in right. Kill it.
Good shot.
That's what we're talking about there. This is a bull sprig without his sprig. A little early yet, man. One of the prettiest ducks there are. I don't think I can say that I was completely surprised about some things about the hunt because it's reminiscent of California marsh hunting. Big open areas of water, birds piling out of the sky, and just something I'm sort of used to, and it was great to go back to. Right here, right up front, right in front.
Whenever you're ready.
Nice splash.
Pretty sweet.
Kind of like the splash.
That's the time when them high velocity loads do help you out. This area is just so vast that once they started coming in, it was just an onslaught volley of group after group of different kinds of ducks.
Oh, here comes some more, guys. Down, 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 down.
That's you, that's you.
I got it. There we go.
Good shot. That thing just laid up perfect. Ooh, there's some high birds right above you.
They're swinging. They're swinging.
There's one out front.
Right there.
Nice follow-up, man.
I was a little behind that first shot, but I caught up
buddy.
to him.
They're screaming, you know. And as long as you catch up,
Wow.
you know what I mean?
The first shot when he was coming in and he broke, I could tell I was 10 feet behind him. And boy, I really swung out and still just barely caught that wing.
Made up for it.
Off your corner, 2 o'clock.
Yeah. I got it. There we go. That's dead.
That rocked him.
You know, there are several ducks that really define different hunting areas and different things. What I mean by that is, if you really hunt areas with a lot of pintails, which a lot of us Midwesterners don't, they are a different type of duck. Are they smarter? Don't know, but the way they act gives them more opportunity to figure you out. The pintail.
Good work.
Nicely done.
This episode of Training Camp is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend.
Here I'm at my place in Pennsylvania. I'm sitting on my pond, and I think back some of the places and ponds I've hunted for ducks and geese, and one of the hardest things as a boy growing up was how far are the ducks and geese coming in. And I didn't have rangefinders in, so I was always finding myself guessing. Well, it's like those cattails over there at the other end. I mean, I look at that and I go, oh, geez, they look halfway close until you run a rangefinder on it and you say, that's 52 yards. You know, that's stretching the barrel pretty good. So a duck or goose coming in, I want that duck or goose between me and those cattails. Closer this way would be better yet. My decoy is setting at 20 yards, so I know if he's closer to that decoy than he is those cattails, I got me a very, very good chance of killing that duck or goose. So use something as a decoy. If you're hunting a pond, throw one decoy out there at the furthest distance that you feel comfortable with. So I may put a decoy out there at 40 yards. So that's a good tip for you right there. Use a decoy as a rangefinder. Use cattails as a rangefinder. Anything to tell exactly where that bird is when he's coming in. That'll make you a successful hunter and a good ethical hunter.
This episode of Training Camp was brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. The variety of the first morning's take of ducks has only proven to a pair of Yankee hunters that the place to be today is down south in the Bayou State.
First day, I was really surprised. Again, I'm used to hunting a lot of mallards, a lot of greenheads, and they don't have a lot of mallards down here. But what they do have are a lot of pintails. And it just floored me that these just huge groups of pintails would just come in wave after wave after wave.
These ducks here.
1 o'clock.
Nice shot there, brother. That's a blindside shot right there, buddy. That was in our face.
I thought you
That
had
wasn't in
both
our
of them.
face.
You never knew what was going to come in next, whether it was a redhead or a wigeon or a bufflehead. Just a great hunt.
The game bag's nearly full, but Steve wants to end the morning with a flourish by taking one last high-flying duck with a clean overhead shot to fill his limit.
Steve, in front of you.
Oh, there we go. Nice presentation. Well, I gotta tell you, not a bad way to finish out with a nice bull sprig that actually decoyed as close as anything we've had today, don't you think?
He was right there.
He was right in the zone. Almost so close I forgot how to shoot him like that.
Well, guys,
Pretty good pile of birds.
ready to load up?
Pack it in.
Okay.
As Steve and Brad case the guns, guide Bobby tallies and sorts the ducks. And for these two experienced hunters, this morning has been a real eye-opener.
We got a great mix. Got mallards, pintail, gadwall.
Back home, you've got 2 or 3 species that you hunt over and over.
Yeah.
And, you know, to kind of get outside of your
2 or 3,
comfort zone.
wouldn't that be nice? No.
Get outside your comfort zone and get down here and you get to see different species and watch how they work differently to the calls and everything else. It's been a lot of fun.
Colorful hunt.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to every inch of the rest of it.
absolutely.
Oh.
It's yours. Oh, nice shot.
They don't slow down much, do they? You gotta be kidding me. That's awesome, man.
Hackberry Rod and Gun guide Bobby Stansel carries Steve Farris and Winchester's Brad Criner through the dark for a second day of marsh hunting for ducks.
You know, Brad, I think one of the things about traveling and doing these shows that's so great is you get to look for trophies and different things. I've always wanted to kill one of these southern mosquitoes. All right. Day 2 was not completely like day 1 in a few aspects, but the weather was different. The wind had changed. It wasn't what we thought it would be when we walked to the blind.
These birds are probably gonna try to come in on the back side of us. The problem there is a lot of it's idle. So they should be hitting the sides, and we'll work best we can. It should be pulling them in with this front coming. Birds ought to move good, and they ought to work a little better today.
A little different day than yesterday. We had a front move in last night, and it was actually about 30 degrees colder. So it was all the frisky 50 degrees.
I will always maintain any wind's better than no wind, any direction.
You're right, and we're gonna work right off the front. It's 12 o'clock. Off to your right's 3, 6 off the back, 9 on my side.
We're shooting different things today, and that's part of the fun of what we're doing together. We were shooting 3-inch 1s, 3-inch 3s, 3-inch 5s. What's fun about hunting with you, Brad, is you can bring all the different shells.
That's it.
And we can try them out. I mean, this is kind of almost R&D a little bit. I'm trying some different shot size, different conditions.
The Winchester blindside high-velocity ammunition Brad Criner's brought is built for salt marshes. Start with the water-resistant dry-lock diamond-cut hinged wad, unique, highly stackable hex shot load, and increased powder charge, and you have the most shot and most power delivered on target at ranges from near to far. That means 1,400 feet per second velocity, denser patterns hitting the duck, and cleaner kills time and time again on whatever species sets in or passes over.
Our current load is 1,400 feet per second. The high velocity, we're cranking that velocity up to 1,675 feet per second. You still get 1 1/8 ounce of shot, but you're getting a much higher velocity.
I still want to shoot these 5s and see how they are, see what the denser pattern does, see if they have the carry like you and I talked about. I ended up shooting that quite a bit today. It's a great performing load. When you hit birds with blindside, it'll smack them hard.
I'm gonna start with 3s, and I'm using the magnums. So that's gonna give me a little bigger pattern, a little more dense pattern. You want clean, quick kills, and that's what you're gonna get with blindside, whether you go with the magnum load or the new high velocity.
Shall we do it, boys?
Let's get her done.
Farris and Criner have the right cartridges and the right guns. Now, all they need is for some of those many kinds of Louisiana ducks to work into the spread.
There's a single coming.
Here we go.
Take him. Good shot.
They don't slow down much, do they?
They don't.
One out in front.
You got one out front, too.
Get it. Go ahead and get it.
Right there.
Yeah, good shot.
Nicely done.
You have got to lead them. You got to lead them. Man, they are right there, and then they just whoop.
There's 2 pintail. You take the back one, I'll take the front one. Swing it through, swing it through. Right there. Let's go. Nice!
Oh yeah.
Nice Hail Mary on that last. You pegged that one on the last. Oh.
It's yours. Oh, nice shot.
Once in a while.
Once in a while. Rolled him.
Ooh, I like that when they fall.
Nice shot.
Nice presentation on the bird, though. That's about as close as they've gotten. You gotta be kidding me. That's awesome, man. I've shot some bands. I've never shot a banded bluebill.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Well, that was the limit, boys. Nicely done. Thanks a lot, Bobby. This has been a great hunt.
Sure thing, Steve. Enjoy it.
Thanks, sir. We appreciate it.
All right.
Good hunting with you.
Even with a change in the weather, it's been a great last day of shooting. Except that guide Bobby Stansel has a last-minute surprise in store for Steve and Brad.
What we're gonna do is kind of surprise these boys tomorrow. They don't really realize it. We're gonna get them out there and put them on another hunt, go to a new area, show them something different, and get their last hunt in, get them before they hit the road.
Today was our last morning. We weren't even planning to go. We've got to fly out this afternoon.
Brad, I sure like those blindside when they're about 10 yards.
Talk about blindsided.
It's a change of schedule for rock guitarist Steve Farris and Winchester's Brad Criner, as Hackberry guide Bobby Stansel has added an extra morning hunt for them.
Today was our last morning. We weren't even planning to go. We've got to fly out this afternoon. And saw Bobby at breakfast this morning. He's like, you know, fellas, I think we've got time to go out and kill a few if you want. He said, we can go down and try a little different hole. And we're like, let's do it.
We kind of hit them with a little surprise. We brought it up that maybe we can get out there for a couple hours, shoot the birds, get back, get cleaned up, and they can still hit the plane time. Well, they took me up on it. And I'm glad they did, because I thought we had a good shoot this morning.
Spot looks like the honey hole. I think it's one of those deals, wait till the last day, get them to remember the best.
That could be it. That could be it.
No, this looks great.
We actually hunted my blind this morning, and it's kind of an intersection where birds come across, and it works well for you because you can call the birds coming in.
We were hunting his honey hole, and the conditions were just totally different. Woke up this morning, it was cold outside. You put all the duck clothes on, and you actually feel good. You're not sweating in them.
We got a great wind for where we're set up. We got a northeast wind coming by like this. We're facing south, so birds should be working nice here. Plus bluebird skies. Big believer in bluebird skies. I have killed way more waterfowl in bluebird days than cloudy days.
As far as your shot this morning, we'll try the 5s, see how the wind handles it. And sometimes it'll bend that shot. The lighter it is, that's when we typically go to a little heavier shot.
So we get there and we're getting set up, you know, and we're still in that mindset of 40-plus yard shots. And here come a whole wall of bluebills. There were 5 or 6 of them, and they just buzzed the blind shot right by us. Look at that. Just buzzed us. We didn't even get a shot off. It just completely took us by surprise.
Y'all ready to load up?
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Everything's in place. Right time, right location, right wind, right shells. And now the only other thing needed is the right ducks to close out a great Louisiana marsh hunt.
Right there. Hold on.
Good shot. Good shot.
I think 5s is what I'm going to have you send me up there, Brad, in Nebraska.
Yeah, you think those will work for you?
Brad, I sure like those blindside when they're about 10 yards.
Talk about blindsided.
Here you go, left.
Take them.
How's that? Ba-boom is what that is. It's all coming together, boys.
That high velocity really gave me a little bit of an advantage on those diver ducks that you just can't believe how fast they're flying when they come in. Oh, that's a pretty bird. There's 5. Get ready.
Take them.
Nice shoot.
That's the new deal. You shoot too, Bobby, on that?
Oh, y'all shot?
This was a day, man. They just did it. They acted different. They came to us, made us look great. Always looking for that help.
Come another one, coming at you.
Here we go.
Good shot.
Number 5s, man, smoked that one. That was screaming, too. It was fun to be shooting the blindside number 5s today because they patterned extremely well, I thought. And when we hit them, man, it would drop them right now. And that was a great thing. And I'm going to be shooting a lot of the 5s, I think, from here on out.
There he is.
Here you got to do.
Fire in the hole.
Go ahead.
Got him. This is duck hunting.
Right here. Take him. That was well choreographed right there. How about that, Bradley?
That was awesome.
My best
Good
friend,
work,
Brad Criner.
good work.
This has been a great experience down here. We've been in a classic Louisiana marsh in Cameron Parish, the center of the universe for some of the ducks, and I think we were in the center of their universe today. Bobby, thanks for taking us to Dad's honey hole. We finally got to your spot. Well, ever the optimist you have to be if you're a hunter. Every hunter is, every duck hunter certainly is. And the thing about hunting is it can change in a day, as it did today. This was the last of 3 days. This was the day it all came together, the day they were in our face, the day we were in their face. And we killed them the other days, but we killed them like we want to kill them today. We killed them decoying, we killed them working to the call. We killed them at about 10 yards occasionally.
He and Brad did very well. These birds were set up in their face, able to get the shots off, able to get our limit before we got out of here. Made it a good, quick hunt.
So here we are, day 3, completely different from the previous 2 days. We've had a good hunt, but we've had a hard hunt. We really had to work for the birds.
Bobby, those gadwall that came across and locked up were a completely different animal than we've seen for 2 days. Completely different. I think the highlights for the morning were every time the ducks came in, hit them with a call, going south, banked, came all the way down to the call. Absolutely the call. It's definitive when you're steering them in, and they come and right there, take them right here in your face, the start of the highlights. Well, gents, I'd like to say it's a pleasure hunting with you.
Thanks, same here.
Just a great hunt, man. What a great way to go out. Perfect limit by 10 to 9. Hackberry Rod and Gun Club. Great place, great people, good fun.